President Biden has arrived in Peru for one of the last international summits of his presidency, and he is set for a key meeting with China's leader. He will meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping tomorrow. The face-to-face comes a little more than 2 months ahead of Donald Trump's second inauguration, and after he proposed more tariffs on China during his campaign. Correspondent Kellie Meyer live for us in Washington. Kellie, what can we expect from this meeting?
Well, this trip certainly overshadowed by what's to come in the next administration. This likely the final time the two will meet before President-elect Donald Trump takes office, and the incoming president's warnings to China could come up. So I was there last year when President Biden met with China's President Xi Jinping 1 year ago today, actually. That was in Woodside, California. And the gardens are where the movie The Wedding Planner was filmed. But this wasn't exactly a marriage of convenience, more of competition, which the two were trying to find a way to manage. Jake Sullivan, the national security advisor, saying this week that competition with China is one of the major areas of concern they say incoming president-elect will have to deal with. Trump and Xi last met 5 years ago on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Japan, coming off a 2-month hiatus in trade talks. Trump then threatening to impose tariffs on the roughly $300 billion of Chinese imports that currently fall outside of the existing taxes on imports. And today, Trump is pledging to impose 60% tariffs on Chinese imports. Here's Trump then and now.
We'll see what happens. We hope that we can make a deal, but it's got to be a fair deal.
And we'll also pass the Trump Reciprocal Trade Act, meaning if China or any other country is charging us 100 or 200% tariff or tax, then we will charge them 100 or 200% tariff or tax in return. In other words, it's an eye for an eye.
Trump did implement sweeping tariffs on about $300 billion of Chinese-made products when he was in office, and President Biden has kept those tariffs in place and just this past fall finalized tariff hikes on certain Chinese-made products. Nichole?
Well, so Kellie, in addition to that, the president-elect really seems to be selecting people outspoken on China for his top national security roles. How is China receiving this?
Yeah, and so far, bipartisan support here in Washington. It remains to be seen exactly how Beijing is reacting to all of this. But this week, President-elect Trump tapped 2 China war hawks for his administration, Republican Congressman Mike Waltz, a national security advisor, and Senator Marco Rubio as Secretary of State. Both see the communist regime as a top threat to America and are vowing to take quick action. Here's Rubio.
Why do Chinese companies get to do whatever they want in our economy, but our companies do not? So all Donald Trump is saying is we're going to get along, but we're going to get along in an even playing field, not one in which China continues to be allowed to cheat and steal and get away with things that are bad for America.
All of this comes as China and its leader Xi Jinping are taking center stage this morning at the inauguration of a $1.3 billion megaport in Peru that highlights China's expanding influence in that region. And what's also interesting is this is an area where the Biden administration sees a line of continuity. Sullivan, the national security advisor, currently saying that he is looking forward to speaking with his replacement as well as Senator Rubio. Nichole?
All right, Kellie Meyer live for us there at the White House. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.